All right. Tennessee, 23. LSU, 7. I was hopeful that I would get to come into this halftime totally pumped up. Things went a little awry there at the end of the half. That's okay, because the half ended with 3 points for Tennessee. They do get the ball back at the start of the second half, so that's all right. I am Charlie Burris. That is former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. We're going to break down everything that just happened, but before we do, I got to thank our amazing sponsors, Farm Bureau Health Plans. Farm Bureau Health Plans is a corporate sponsor of the Vols, and they've been serving Tennesseans for 75 years. Plan on them for health, dental, and vision at fbhp.com/ATOZ. Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com and type in promo code VOLS at checkout to fill your freezer with enough gourmet food to keep your cookouts going strong into the fall. That's Omaha Steaks. And then Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey. Got it right here behind me. Fresh bottle that they sent me. Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey from Logstill Distillery. Make your own luck, just like Tennessee's fast-paced Rattle and Snap offense with Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey. All right, so 23-7. Hooker takes a giant hit, is looking a little wobbly. You sort of limp into the half there. Your thoughts, Crump?
Oh, I mean, my biggest takeaway is the defense looks good. They're doing what we talked about doing against Florida in the sense of stunts, cross dog blitzes by the linebackers, great fourth down recognition, 4th and 1 right at midfield. Seeing it with our, by linebacker and just firing in the B gap, right? Stuff like that. I feel like we're playing better, and I said it earlier in the week with a lot of people, a team like LSU that so far this year hasn't thrown the ball very well. You got to pick your poison again, like we do in Florida. Stop the run, stop the pass. They have 38 rushing yards, 38. They have 180 passing. You got to pick your poison. They have not beat anybody passing the ball. No touchdowns through the air yet. So I don't want anybody to freak out and say, oh, my God, they're on pace for, 350-plus game. Who cares? They have not got the ball in the end zone through the air. You see what I'm saying? Like in a team like Florida and a team like LSU, you got to pick your poison. With the quarterback that is average throwing the ball, but a stellar athlete and that can beat you with his legs. So we're doing it again like we knew we would, right? So I think we've done a tremendous job with it so far. Now we just got to keep it up. I mean, I don't really care if they're going to throw for 375 and no touchdowns. That's a win for us.
Yeah.
Right.
The bend but don't break thing is hard to watch, but if it works,
and it is,
fine.
But the thing, it is working.
Fine.
And a a pretty decent amount of the 180 yards was on that last, 2 minute, like the last kind of 2 drives, 2-minute situations almost, up tempo. So before that, it wasn't that great of a statistical half for Daniels. We've got 4 sacks, 3 4th down stops now. So, our defense is playing really well. Now, the thing that I would say we need to correct, which is kind of funny, it's the opposite of what we normally say. We can't keep kicking field goals, right? Great job right out the gate, 7-0, blah, blah, blah. Hey, we get a 53 or 58-yard punt return. You got to score there. We can't kick a field goal.
So I completely agree. I would say, just looking at the score, you already have 23. 17 points in this second half, so you score 40. I think you win this game by, what would that be, 16. I could see LSU getting to 24 points here. Field goal, couple of touchdowns. I could absolutely see that here.
I mean, they very well could. Well, it's going to be on Daniels, dude. Their left side of their left side, left guard, left tackle are out.
They're getting destroyed. They're
out of the game. They're starting left guard and left tackle are not playing. So this is going to be completely on Daniels to keep them in this ball game with his arm. And the thing is, I'm glad that that's what we're having to rely on is his arm. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that he's a horrible quarterback. I'm just saying his whole career, even at Arizona State, it wasn't like he was going to beat you throwing the football. So let's let history repeat itself. stop the run, stop the zone reads, make them make the catch, contested catches, and break tackles. We've done a tremendous job of that. His
sure.
stats may look really good at the end of the game as far as like number of yards. But the bottom line is we're not giving him time. He's having to move around, and we're getting sacks and we're getting fourth down conversions or fourth down stops. Offense, we got to make the plays when they're there. But right now, our defense is winning this ball game for us.
Absolutely.
Which is normally not what we're saying. We're normally going, hey, we're up by X amount of points, not because of the defense.
I mean, the secondary is getting blitzed pretty hard. They're having a hard game, but that's okay because the D-line is picking up the slack so well. It actually really reminds me, I mean, I'm a huge Titans fan. It really reminds me of the Titans. They're kind of soft in the secondary, but that D-line with Jeffrey Simmons is all over them. It's feeling similar to that here. The defensive line stepping up so much. I mean, what, four sacks in that first half? That's huge. I mean, what are you talking about? 4 sacks is exactly what you'd want.
4 sacks and 3 fourth down stops, and one of them being a 4th and 1.
Yeah. And,
so
and really,
our defense is playing exceptional for what we have asked them to do today.
Yes, 100%.
What gets me, though, is up until I can't remember the exact point of the second quarter. It's probably about halfway through when we went forward on the fourth down on the shovel pass. I like the ballsy call. What got me, though, is right after that, okay, we missed and I understand it, incompletions happen. But on what I call the smoke screen, everybody kind of knows what I'm talking about by that now. The farthest wide receiver, 1 step, come back. We're about 97, 98% completion percentage on that. And we missed that back-to-back plays opposite sides of the field to go 3rd and 10. And I'm like, what's going on, right? That is where I was like, now's the time to put the pedal to the metal. The old cliche, put the dagger in them and end this thing. Went forward on 4th and 2, get it, and then we go 3 and out. They drive down and score, and you're like, that's a 14-point swing.
Yeah. Well,
that's my thing.
Before we talk about the Omaha Steaks change of the game, or change of the half, Hendon Hooker gets hit. I mean, I saw that hit. It looked like broken ribs, something. I mean, he got stuck really hard. But then he didn't look so ginger that it looked like broken ribs or anything like that. I don't think the passes that he threw in the half.
So got the wind knocked out of him because if you look closely on the slow motion replay, got him right kind of below the rib, like where your rib protectors are.
Yeah,
going wrong. That hurts like a what. And it takes a while to kind of recatch your breath, even though you're still playing. It ain't easy. So I think it's more so. I don't think it's anything broken. I think it's just at a certain. It's almost like a contusion, like a strawberry that just is lingering and annoying, but it can affect because throwing a football is a lot of midsection, so it can affect that.
You think he's hearing footsteps because that?
No, I don't. I truly don't. That has never been his game, or at least at Tennessee, it's not been his style of game.
Yeah,
I truly think though that I think he may have some sort of contusion to where it's affected. Because I'm telling you, man, anything with your midsection or your back throwing a football, if there's any tweak, it's god awful painful.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's got the half to get it together. So,
oh, trust me, they'll have him something.
Yeah. They got stuff back there. They got some of that. What is it, Mike's Magic Juice or whatever? They can.
They got the feel good stuff.
Yeah. But we'll see. All right. So let's get to the Omaha Steaks second half change from tailgate parties to busy weeknights. And I got to get this up so that everybody can see the Omaha Steaks promo here. From tailgate parties to busy nights, from the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to savor all the flavors of fall with their mouth-watering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra-juicy burgers, and easy-to-prepare comfort meals that are ready in a flash. Right now, take advantage of 50% off site-wide by shopping their the sale only happens twice a year, and it's on now with 50% off delicious customer favorites. And when you use promo code VOLS, that's VOLS, at checkout, you get an additional $30 off your order. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com and enter VOLS at checkout to stock up on fall flavor today. Omaha Steaks, is perfect for those chilly and busy fall nights with entrees ready before the kids can even say what's for dinner. And don't forget to use promo code VOLS at checkout to get that extra $30 off. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak, it is the best steak of your life, guaranteed. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code VOLS at checkout. Minimum order may be required. Omaha Steaks, promo code VOLS. So Cromp, 23-7. Hendon Hooker looking shaky, but hopefully he'll get something at the half to help that. What is your Omaha Steaks change for the second half that you would make?
There's a few things, I guess you could say. But honestly, the way that things are going, I'm gonna lead into this way. Bottom line is, it's great that we can say we're complaining about 11 to 20, 153 and a touchdown half. We'll just say that.
Yeah,
call it like it is. But how often have I said this year? When we rush for 150 plus, we win. We're at 103. We need to put this game away running the football. Don't get me wrong. I'm the guy that says, let's go throw it 75 times, right? Like, that's, as a quarterback, that's what you want to do. Bottom line is, we need to show, not just LSU, everybody, we can shut this game out running the football and run for 220 plus.
Yeah.
To let everybody know we're not going back down after this week, if you get my drift. So there is a game next. I'm not looking ahead, but there is a game next week that we're going to need to play ball control and pound the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, with a 16-point lead, is the time to do it. So my change is, we've thrown it 20, we've ran it 22. We need a 75-25 percentage in the second half.
I would go off of that and just say, continue to play your game to close this out, because it really felt like at the end of that Florida game, they got up by 17 and Heupel started playing to run the clock, which we haven't been in that scenario too often with Heupel so far, in big games where you're having to run the clock because you have a big lead, and it just didn't work. And I want to see if it comes down, everything works out. Tennessee still has a nice lead coming down to the second half of the fourth quarter. Just play your game. Don't go away from it. Just be aggressive, run the ball down their throat, dictate the game, play the way that you know that you can play, because it looked uncomfortable against Florida. It just looked like they were just like, what are we doing? Running the clock? I don't know. This isn't what we usually do. Like, it just sort of felt that way. And so just play your game. That's what I would love to see. I don't know what Heupel is thinking. Maybe he saw how it went against Florida and he might change that up. But I completely agree on running. It was so huge against Florida. You went for 250 against Florida, and that game it should have been a 17-point win. Ultimately, you were killing them.
I want to say this real quick. Sean Gill put on here, if we start running the ball and start trying to play prevent. I never said that. I'm saying insert your will and dominate the line of scrimmage and just physically beat them in the run game. I'm not going to sit here and say, let's play 4-minute offense.
No, heck no.
But I'm saying we need to run the ball, pound the rock, because we are better than them up front, point blank. So now take it off of every game. We're going, Hendon's got to win this game. Hendon's got to win this game, right? Which is a good feeling because we have that confidence. But now let's say, hey, Small, right? Hey, Sampson, you're getting some carries.
Sampson.
Hey, Wright, you're getting. Hey, y'all got to step up. Y'all got to win this game, because we're going to need to go to where we want to go, and to go where I have also predicted this year. I was very honest after week 1. We have to have that group step up, and not that they haven't. That's not what I'm getting at. But they need to just say, listen, we're going to pound it. We're going 4.7 a carry. Let's try to get to 6 by the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Not play prevent. I understand. I may have said that.
Anything but
prevent. Sean, if I misinterpreted that, I'm sorry. Genuinely, I'm talking about let's physically impose our will and say, you're not better than me. Run our normal tempo, run our offense, but just pound the rock, make them tired. Don't slow down, because when you get hit, hey, Marshawn Lynch, you remember when you hit them over and over and over and over and over and over again? MFer don't like getting hit in the face. That's the mentality we need to have in that running back room, which I think we're getting there. That's what I mean by let's run the ball this half.
Yeah, you have to do what it takes.
Yeah.
To Sean's point there, I mean, he brought up the LSU Auburn game. Auburn totally sputtered out in that second half. Didn't score a single point in the second half. I don't think that will happen here.
Auburn is atrocious.
Yeah,
I hate to say Auburn is atrocious.
So many mistakes they made in that second half. So I think Tennessee will score in the second half. But yes, just dictate the game. I mean, you can see how much just the style of Josh Heupel's offense dictates this game, where Brian Kelly is going for it on fourth down all the time. It's urgent. It makes the other team urgent.
Yes.
And so it just casts a shadow over the entire game. Don't go away from that because it's so powerful here. But let's end with this. Everybody who's watching, it's a bunch of people watching right now. We appreciate each and every one of you. Drop into the comments your confidence level that Tennessee will close out this game 23-7. They lead at the half. LSU's been a second half team, but 1 to 10, your second half confidence in Tennessee here. They will close out LSU. It's going to be a nerve-wracking one. I'm not looking forward to it. But if Tennessee wins, it's going to be amazing. We'll have some more shots of a rattle and snap here, like against Florida. It'll be a good time. But everybody weigh in, and then me and Crompton will also. Let's see what folks are saying. Grub Runners says 10. Seal says 6. JBD says, he says 12-0.
Yes.
Derek says 8.5. Carrie says 8 out of 10. Big Ten Jeff says 10. LSU is garbage. Sassy says 8. Clayton says 9. Kenny 10. Mark 10. College football fan says 8. Randy 10. Thanks to everybody for weighing in. Cromp, what's your confidence level? How you feeling? Can we do it?
Well, I mean, I predicted it all year, but I'm going to stick with my my lucky number 8. Just, obviously, do I feel like it is higher? Yes, but I'm also it's football. You just never know. Unless you're up by 40 at half, I'm not going to say a 10. So I'm going to go with a solid 8. I've got confidence in the guys. I have confidence in Hendon to get us in and out of the right play when needed. So, yeah.
I go 7 because it's completely contingent on Hendon being good. And I think he will be. I think he will be. He made a nice pass in the half. Get that confidence back, get feeling right, and you'll close this out. And so I'm like 7 right now. It's blowing it is absolutely a possibility. It's a whole half of football. A lot of football left.
There's the Charlie we know.
But
there he is.
7 out of 10 is how I'm feeling right now. So there is that. Thanks to everybody for commenting. I'll read off a few more here. Matthew 9, Evan 8, Gilead says 7. Folks are confident. Nothing below even like 7. I don't think I even saw even from
that's
Tennessee.
The lowest I saw.
Yeah, so feeling good. 23-7. Everybody send up a prayer for Hendon. Gotta make sure he's all right, and we'll come back for the post game. We'll be right here. YouTube. Facebook didn't work for this. Not sure what's happening there, but we're going to try to get that fixed during the second half. Make sure that's happened. If you're a regular Facebook viewer, apologies there. But we'll try to get that ironed out. But Facebook, YouTube, A to Z, and we'll kind of go from there for the post game. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk to y'all right after the game.